Every crime story has its shadows, but some disappear completely into them. Rhode Island is known for its coastline, its historic mansions, its calm small-town feel. Not for fugitives, not for decades-long mysteries, not for stories that linger unsolved, with answers hiding in the waves. And yet, for over 30 years, the case of Adam Emery has haunted the state. A man convicted of murder, a husband with secrets, and a disappearance that reads like a script for a crime thriller, except it's all real. Tonight, we reopen the file. We walk through every detail. The murder that began it, the trial that condemned him, the bridge that swallowed the truth, and the questions that still torment investigators, families, and even strangers fascinated by what might be one of the most elusive disappearances in true crime history. This is the story of Adam Emery and the mystery that refuses to die. It was a warm late summer evening at Rocky Point Amusement Park in Warwick, Rhode Island. Families ate fried clams, couples strolled along the boardwalk, the smell of salt water mixing with the smell of food stalls. Among the diners that night was Adam C. Emery, then 27 years old, his wife Elena, and another couple. They laughed, they talked, they enjoyed dinner until Adam stepped outside and noticed something that, to him, was unforgivable. His prized 1985 Ford Thunderbird had been sideswiped, a tail light shattered, paint scratched. To most people, this might be an annoyance. For Adam, it was an insult, and his rage consumed him. Convinced the culprit had fled, Adam jumped into his car. Elena rode with him. Another couple followed. They chased after the vehicle Adam believed was responsible. But Adam was wrong. The car they followed belonged to Jason Bass, a 20-year-old man with no connection to the accident. Bass had been out with his girlfriend, driving home, when suddenly he noticed another car tailing aggressively behind, then pulling alongside, then swerving. The chase ended in confrontation. Tempers flared. Adam stepped out armed with a military-style knife, and with one violent thrust, he stabbed Jason Bass twice, once in the arm, once fatally in the chest. Jason collapsed. By the time help arrived, he was gone, pronounced dead at just 20 years old. One innocent life stolen over a scratch on a taillight. Jason Bass's family was devastated. Their son had done nothing wrong. He had been misidentified, targeted at random, and killed. Adam Emery was arrested, charged with second-degree murder. The trial dragged on for 3 years. Witnesses described Adam's rage, the pursuit, the knife. The defense argued passion, mistaken belief, a man who simply lost control. But the jury saw through it. On November 10, 1993, Adam was convicted of second-degree murder. Normally, sentencing follows immediately, but that night, Adam was released on bail pending sentencing, a decision that, in hindsight, would shape one of the greatest mysteries Rhode Island has ever seen. Hours after his conviction, Adam and his wife Elena disappeared. The last confirmed sightings placed them at fast food restaurants, casually eating. Then at a sporting goods store where they purchased 80 pounds of exercise weights. Employees later said they seemed calm, even ordinary. No signs of panic. By evening, Adam's car was discovered abandoned on the Claiborne-Pell-Newport Bridge. The keys were still in the ignition, headlights left on, the engine running. Inside were Adam's credit cards, cash, and ID. To investigators, it looked like a suicide. A double suicide pact between husband and wife, desperate to escape prison and disgrace. But was it? For months, the waters of Narragansett Bay were searched. Boats dragged lines. Divers plunged into the depths. Nothing. Then, 9 months later, the sea gave up a secret. On a summer day in 1994, fishermen pulled up human remains. Bones tangled in nets, wrapped in the darkness of the ocean floor. A skull, leg bones. DNA confirmed it was Elena Emery. But Adam's body? Never found. This discovery split the mystery wide open. If Elena had jumped, why hadn't Adam? If she had died, where was he? Theories spiraled. Did Adam push her? Did she jump alone? Did she die to complete a staged pact while Adam slipped away into a new life? From here, Adam Emery's story fractured into legend. Supporters of this theory argue Adam and Elena jumped together. Perhaps Adam's body was carried away by tides, never recovered. After all, Narragansett Bay is vast. Not every body surfaces, but skeptics point out that with modern search technology, some trace should have appeared. A fragment, clothing, something. Others insist Adam used Elena's death as cover, that he staged his own disappearance while she truly died. Evidence supports this idea. The careful setup of the car, the purchase of weights, the calm fast food stop. Too tidy, too rehearsed. If Adam had helped friends, family, or even strangers, he could have vanished that very night. Cash could fund a new identity. International borders were easier to cross in 1993. A darker theory suggests Adam murdered Elena himself, pushing her off the bridge, then fleeing. Her death solidified the illusion of a pact while he bought freedom. The lip-reading evidence adds fuel. A courtroom expert claimed Elena whispered to Adam after his conviction, "We're gonna do what you said you promised me." What promise? Suicide together? Or something else entirely? In 2004, more than a decade after the disappearance, Adam Emery was declared legally dead. But the declaration didn't silence speculation, because despite the legal stamp, sightings kept emerging. Florida, Italy, a man resembling Adam here, a whisper there. The FBI even added him to its most wanted list in 2010, citing strong suspicion that he had faked his death. Each lead, though, went cold. Was Adam alive, or were people chasing a ghost? For Jason Bass's family, justice was never truly served. Their son was killed, his killer convicted, but never punished. For them, every unanswered question is a reopened wound. For Elena's family, the discovery of her remains brought sorrow, but also closure. They had something tangible. But the way she died, was she a victim of love or of Adam's deception? That question tears at them even today. And for Adam's own family, silence. Some defend him, others refuse to speak. No one really knows what role, if any, they played in his disappearance. 3 decades later, the mystery of Adam Emery still clings to Rhode Island's coastline. Why did he buy weights before disappearing? Why was Elena's body found, but not Adam's? Why were his car and belongings left so perfectly staged? Why has not a single confirmed trace of him surfaced since? Was he swallowed by the sea, or did he walk away into another life, leaving everyone else to suffer the consequences? And that brings us here 30 years on. A murder victim, Jason Bass, taken in his prime. A wife, Elena Emery, lost to the water. And Adam Emery convicted, vanished, and never found. Did Adam truly die on that bridge? Or is he still alive, somewhere out there, hiding in plain sight? Is he a ghost beneath the waves, or a fugitive sipping coffee under a new name, smiling at the fact that the world still wonders? Because in the end, the story of Adam Emery isn't only about murder or mystery. It's about justice left undone, a question left hanging, a wound left open. This is not just Rhode Island's cold case. This is the disappearance of Adam Emery. And the truth? It may still be out there, waiting,